Good morning. You are watching Breakfast Television. It is 24 minutes now after 6. It's cold out there. It's -6, feels -11. That's chilly for around here. Temperatures will warm. We'll let you know how much longer this cold air is going to be around with Russ coming up in a few moments. But if you think it's cold around here, when you get out on the prairies under this Arctic outbreak, it's quite a bit colder, and that's where we're heading. We're checking in with Ron MacLean. He's getting ready for Hockey Day in Canada. The location this time around is Swift Current, Saskatchewan. Can you get any more hockey than the heartbed, the heartland there in Saskatchewan, Ron? Thanks for joining us.
Honestly, you're right. It's a grassroots celebration, we always call it, and Swift Current's a perfect host. Bernie Pascal's in BC, probably watching right now. He called the Memorial Cup in 1989 when the Swift Current Broncos, led by their captain Sheldon Kennedy, captured the trophy. And just a beautiful rink here. They get 6,500 to just about every game, and they're not having their best year now, but last year they won the WHL championship, so that's kind of how it goes in junior hockey. And we've got, as you said, going to break, a lot of beautiful stories. I think of Travis Green as an example. He has a child on the spectrum, and Elliot Friedman and Travis talk a lot about autism, and it's beautiful. And we have a story about an autistic boy who celebrates goals. You just won't believe it. The joy that the game has brought to that family is an example of the kind of story we tell on Saturday.
Now, Ron, how long have you been doing this Hockey Day in Canada? Question number one. Number two, what does it take to figure out what the location is going to be, and then the process in setting up and getting out in that community?
It's an amazing undertaking because it's 3 days, really, of outreach. We have a concert tonight at the Living Sky Casino, and then there's a big banquet tomorrow evening, and then there's a charity hockey game with players coming from all over the country, NHL alumni to participate in that. A lot of school visits. You know, Scotiabank, obviously, as the major sponsor, is footing the bill for what is really become a circus. And it actually birthed Rogers Hometown Hockey is the other great aspect. This is the 19th year that we've done it, and it led to us realizing that shining a light, you know, honestly, Michael, when I think of the Humboldt Bronco experience, I've talked a lot in the last few days about when asked what does hockey mean to Canadians, I come back to this tragedy on April the 6th last year when we got to hear from the president, Kevin Garinger, in the most difficult of circumstances, and we learned about the coach, Darcy Hogan, and his core covenant, his mission statement to the players that Bobby Orr so adored. He had it posted in Parry Sound and in Boston and in arenas in Florida. The captain, Logan Schatz. This team was a very special team, and they truly, a little Junior A franchise in rural Saskatchewan who's had great success. They've twice been national champions, but they really represent why it works, why we're so excited and proud of our game.
Yeah, and Ron, you talk about the Humboldt Broncos. You're there in another Broncos community. You are going to be having your hometown hockey back here in BC coming up this weekend. It's in Whistler. And to link it all together, the Sticks Out for Humboldt, that started here in British Columbia, local hockey initiative in Langley. And I want to bring it back to our local team, the Canucks. What do you think their chances are of making it into the playoffs this year?
Well, it's going to be a battle, right? And that's a tough one. As a Saskatchewan guy messed everything up last night, Braden Holtby from Lloydminster. But they're just a joy to watch. I keep coming back to, you know, I think all Vancouver fans realize that if not this year, it's only a matter of time. That goal Elias Pettersson scored last night, I realized the goalie got wiped out, but it was their fault, and it was a great shot. And yeah, they're great. And even at Langley Events Center, we were there for Rogers Hometown Hockey a week or so ago, and that was neat to meet Bowen Byram and to meet all the people connected with the Giants. That's where I learned that 53% of their ticket sales are to females. And then I rolled into the All-Star in San Jose and saw Coyne Schofield Kendall do this amazing skate in the skills competition. And it was really one of the tip-offs to the great growth of the women's game. And that'll be a part of our telecast this weekend. And Tara and I, as you say, will be at Whistler, and then the following week at Esquimalt at the base. So it's a great chance for us to come and enjoy some BC hospitality in warmer weather.
Yeah, thanks so much, Ron. Stay warm out there. It's -30, by the way, right now in Swift Current. Feels -39. Have a great show. We're looking forward to it coming up on Saturday.